Welcome back, everybody. Jaysin Static with another episode of the interview series. I am Jaysin Static. You, sir, are
Silverback, Jabari King.
Jabari. How long have you been in the wrestling industry?
2022, about 2 years now.
2 years, so relatively new. You know how this goes. I've got two questions for you. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Who was the last wrestler that you asked for an autograph from?
I believe it was a fan access tour.
Okay.
I met Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons? Ooh.
Yes.
How was that?
He is not as intense as you think he is.
Right.
He's actually, he's a very nice guy.
Super nice,
Very
dude.
nice guy.
That's one of the things about whenever I was in the game, I never really asked for autographs from people because back in my time, it was one of the frowned upon things is you don't do that. But nowadays, I told somebody the last time I had somebody answer this question. It's something that I wish I did.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but it was a fan access tour.
Right.
So that's what he was there for.
Perfect,
So I
man.
was happy.
All right, man. I appreciate that first question, brother. Thank you. Jabari, are you ready for that second question, bro?
Yes, sir.
If you had to select a relatively unknown wrestler to the masses from the past or the current time that we're sitting in now to compete in a 1 hour long Broadway bell to bell, who would that person be and why?
1 hour.
1 hour long from bell to bell. Who do you think Jabari could fucking tear down the house with? Think of the old school days. You know, Ric Flair used to say, "Oh, I'd wrestle for 60 minutes straight with Ricky Steamboat." Or who is this? Who would be your Ricky Steamboat?
Got two people.
Okay, let's hear him.
Pink Flamingo, Cody Lane.
Cody Lane?
Southern Flamingo, Cody Lane.
Why?
I've only really seen him in the ring,
Yeah?
and his offense is very unique. It's very different.
Right.
And he's very entertaining to watch.
Right.
And I've only recently started paying attention to his attire,
Right.
and combining it with his character work, it's fantastic. It's awesome.
I think it would be
a fan.
I think it would be a good juxtaposition between you being the big dude that you are and him being him with his style and your style to try to figure out how to do that 1 hour Broadway and keep that flow going and being able to keep that crowd the whole entire time. I think it would be super interesting to see you two in that realm.
And my second one is the Cobra from Illinois.
Dakota?
The Cobra.
The Cobra. Ooh, the Cobra. He's a beast, man.
I've seen him a few times. I was a fan instantly.
Oh, yeah,
Instantly.
always.
His offense it's just amazing. His character work is amazing. I would love to go an hour with him.
Out in 0-1. You know, funny thing is, back in the day, I came in a time like 08. The Cobra was around back then, and I was on shows with him, but I never got to work him. And he is one guy that I always wanted to work, just because his intensity that he has
That's it right there.
was the same type of intensity that I had, but two completely different styles. Like, we had the same intensity, but the style, it was such a style clash between me and him, because I was more kind of like strong style smash mouth, and he's more kind of like hard, aggressive finesse, smooth.
Like hard hitting martial arts.
Yeah.
So like it looks smooth, but the impact.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
His it reminded me of a martial arts movie.
Right.
Because like I watch martial arts movies, and
Yeah.
like those old school martial arts movies, they hit each other.
It's like
they smack each other.
it's like what, I don't know if you know who. I'm a big martial arts movie fan. Like, I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and watch it, and then into the early 2000s, watching guys like Tony Jaa, Bruce Lee, and all those guys, Chuck Norris.
Yes.
You know,
Watch any film with Sammo Hung.
Oh yeah.
Because Sammo Hung hits people.
Oh my God,
And
Sammo Hung.
And I get that when I watch Cobra's offense. That's
Yeah.
what I get from that. Because like Sammo Hung, a roundhouse kick to the face, and people leave their feet.
Right.
And it's brutal. It's
Now,
brutal.
I'm gonna ask you an extra question.
Sure.
And since you just named a couple of martial arts type stuff, if you had a chance to bring one of those martial artists into the wrestling ring to do a match with,
Me?
yeah, to do a match, just a normal basic match with you, not an hour long, but just have a session, a clinic that you can put on with the dichotomy of who you are as a person and them.
Scott Adkins.
Scott Adkins. Okay.
He is. I don't know where he's from. I know he has an accent, so I know he must be from the UK somewhere. I think he's Scottish, but Scott Adkins is Undisputed, the Undisputed series. He was in Hitman 4. He was in a couple other movies too. He was in Expendables movie too. He's really good. I don't know how else to describe it.
He's just dope.
Because like he's not his martial arts isn't pretty.
Right.
He does a few flips here and there. His kicks are beautiful, but they're not like finessey. You
right.
know what I mean? It's hard.
Me, I think if I'm answering this question for myself, because it's something I don't normally do. I don't normally answer my own questions. But if I had to do something like that, it would probably be Tony Jaa.
Yeah.
I remember when I first seen Tony Jaa, I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Flying Muay Thai stuff.
And the funny thing about Tony Jaa is a lot of the stuff that he was doing back in the early 2000s when he was doing the Protector and all of that stuff. A lot of those moves that he was doing back in the day, like that flying double knee, can translate so well into a professional wrestling ring.
I thought about something like that.
Yeah.
But I might hurt something.
All right, brother. We're gonna wrap this stuff up, man.
Yes,
You got anything to promote? Upcoming shows, merchandise, anything like that?
Glory Pro tomorrow at Secondhand Brewing Company.
Okay.
And
What about in July? Do you got any upcoming shows in July?
not that I know of right now.
Most likely, you'll probably be on PWE, your normal show,
PWE,
WrestleMax,
Glory
stuff
Pro,
like that.
PWE, Glory Pro Wrestling, WrestleMax, STL. Those are all shows I'm on.
Do you got any merch?
I do not.
You got any websites you want to plug?
I do not.
Oh man, we got to get you on that stuff,
I know,
man.
man. It's a bad time right now.
If you want help, you know my guy, Eagle Eye.
I do.
Hit him up, and I can help you out. I can get you in contact with some good designers
Let's squash
for
the beef
logos and
tonight
stuff like
first.
that.
Let's squash the beef tonight first, and if he's feeling generous, maybe he'll
Yeah.
help me.
Oh yeah, you're wrestling him tonight.
Yes.
Or-
For his tag team champion.
Oh yeah. So this is gonna drop after that, so you might be a new
We'll see what happens.
tag team champion.
You know what? No, it's Eagle. I can beat him.
I like
I'll beat
shitting on Eagle Eye. He's my guy. I
is.
trained him, but I like shitting on him.
I love him as a person, but we've had this thing.
All right, man. We're gonna run this out just like we always do.
Yes, sir.
Jaysin Static on all social media: Facebook, YouTube. Fight Club Wrestling Academy on Facebook, YouTube, and last but not least, we are 138co.com. That's where you can get the Jaysin Static merch. That's where you can get the Fight Club Wrestling merch, and you can also get the super dope 138 streetwear. I got a streetwear line, guys. All the stuff that you currently see on the website, that's going bye-bye in the next 2 months. All brand new stuff. Custom one-of-one designs coming up too, so check that out. Jabari King, man, I appreciate you. We're gonna have to get you on one of these days talking about martial arts stuff, because
of course.
I think me and you could vibe
It's
with
my
that
whole
stuff.
childhood, just a whole childhood.
Absolutely,
Let's
bro.
go.